Heaven or hell? Are they real? Where do we go when we die? That is the age-old question, isn't it? Depending on your culture, your belief, or your faith, or your upbringing, this can be answered in many different ways. The point of view that I'm about to share with you has been shown to me through many visitations and through many astral journeys that I have taken. To answer from this point of view, we must look at the totality of the energy of the soul. Think about a head of hair, for example. We see the full embodiment of our hair and we generalize it to be one embodiment, our hair. But your hair, as you know, is made up of individual strands of hair that make up the embodiment of one head of hair. The embodiment of the soul is made up of individual strands of energy. And each of these strands of energy have their own unique personality or even life force. This is why we can feel good about ourselves in certain elements in our lives and not so good about ourselves in others. It's also why we can feel conflicted about something and at the same time champion its cause. For example, have you ever decided to go on a diet, been convinced you're going to go on a diet, and then didn't go on a diet? Or even going on a diet and then after a couple of days fall off of the diet? These strands of energies are borrowed from strands of other lifetimes in the past, and each one carries with it certain lessons that were learned or certain personalities that were created from that experience. And so as they are generated into each new incarnation, they create a whole unique personality of a new totality of the soul, made up of different strands, different lessons, and different personalities. But each of these strands also have their own version of reality. Let's say, for instance, that in a past lifetime, a human soul struggled with poverty. And as you incarnated into this life, that part of that energy that had a version of poverty reality was carried into this incarnation. But in another past life, somewhere, another human soul had a lot of friends. That version of reality might be that that person was abundant with friends. And that energy strand also incarnated into this lifetime to make you, well, you. And so your abundance factor is one that the reality is that you have many friends, but at the same time with the reality that you don't have much abundance with finances. As in the full head of hair, we know that in its experience, strands will fall out and new strands will grow. This can also be seen from the strands of energy that make up the totality of the soul. As we come into new experiences and new truths, some of these strands will leave or change to equate to the new version of reality from your new experiences. Energy never dies. It moves, it transmutes, it changes, but it never dies. So when the physical body retires, these strands of energy move into a vibration of their reality. So if a part of you is carrying guilt, for example, in one area of your life, and you never release that guilt, and you equate that guilt with being punished, then that energy strand may begin to experience a reality of punishment or even hell, for example. Well, another part of you may be in a reality of great love for your children or a partner, for example. When it transitions over, it will begin to experience its reality of love and peace in what some may call nirvana. So parts of you may be experiencing a virtual hell, while other parts of you are experiencing nirvana. You'll have higher self parts, and you will also have shadow self parts. That is why it is important now in this incarnation to live your life with passion and to live your life with love and to create new realities for yourself in the areas that need peace. Forgiveness is the biggest part of it. To forgive ourselves is even the biggest part. We all have obstacles to consider in every incarnation. We are here to experience them, and in that experience we learn. Just like a wayward strand of hair that gets in our eyes and drives us insane. If our main focus is only on these obstacles and we live solely in that reality, it can bring all those other moments into a virtual living hell. Our ego tells us these obstacles are real and firm. We will also have our moments of bliss to consider. And so our consciousness tells us these blocks are the way to experience bliss. Our blocks are the way to experience bliss because they encourage us to seek action and discover new truths. This is important because from all of our experiences, we carry, from all of our experiences, we carry into every incarnation a new version of reality that will be experienced in the totality of another incarnated soul. Face your obstacles, learn from them, so you can create new realities that can be carried on for generations to come. For those parts of you that are nature driven, those parts may experience a life within a garden. For those who are animal oriented, may find those parts running wild with the wolves. I am Malaya Dawn. If you found this video interesting or insightful, please like and subscribe. Thank you.